Manchester United have been knocked out of the FA Cup. It's sad to see, sad to watch, but it is not. I mean, there's nothing to say other than we gave everything. But I mean, some players can hold themselves high, hold their heads high, and hold themselves accountable. But yeah, we've been knocked out of the FA Cup, and it's a sad moment. And obviously, the press are going to feed on this, and yeah, it is what it is. We just have to move on. But just to give you more like a review of how the game went and everything, and just to give you kind of like a hint of an idea of how everything kind of panned out. I mean, we went out the FA Cup through penalties after extra time. We were one nil down just at the end of first half, and next thing, Bruno Fernandes clawed us back in. I mean, where would we have been without Bruno Fernandes? I mean, reporters started saying Henry Winter also posted on X, and it was like, where would Manchester United be this season without Bruno Fernandes? Captain, creator, finisher. The only real cutting edge. Fernandes moans, he can annoy, but he looks like he cares. United could do with some more of his attitude. The truth is, it's not even the moaning, because the truth is, you can't change somebody's character. You can't change somebody's attitude, because his attitude, his moaning is driven out of like Ruben Amorim said, his moaning is driven out of frustration. But he does all that he does, because he cares. And the truth is, we should have. I mean, Chidobe should have given us the lead, but he tried his best, and it wasn't to be. He should have also fallen down when he was hacked by Calvin Bassey, but it couldn't have been. The first half was not something to enjoy, but you could tell that the team was really, really tired. The team was really, really tired. And then to now go out on penalties. I mean, for the first half, we had kind of like some sort of control until Fulham took advantage and then started to bring in their fast players, and Andre Nana saved us. But yeah, ended the game with 41% ball possession to Fulham's 59%, and Harry Maguire also got injured towards the beginning of extra time. And I was happy to see that Aiden Heaven got a run of games. Like he got a run of minutes in the game, but yeah, in the end we lost. It wasn't to be, and I think it's also a learning curve for this player, for these players. Manuel Ugarte as well got hooked at the 53rd minute, because he could have been one to break play, but he was already given a yellow card in the 25th minute. So he I believe Ruben Amorim was looking for something. And also would say that he should have probably done the sub for, instead of Christian Eriksen, maybe because Christian Eriksen was doing more of creating, he should have just done uh instead of doing Manuel Ugarte, he should have done Christian Eriksen, but it wasn't to be as well. And then when you looked at the squad, we started the squad with 11 first teamers and then no subs. The only subs we had were Lindelof and Casemiro as senior players. The rest were, you know, Lindelof, Casemiro, and Leandro Garnacho. The rest were Chido Obi and then two goalkeepers. Chido Obi, Aiden Heaven, two goalkeepers. So it was a tough game to watch. It was tough to see, because you look at the bench and you're like, oh, there's nobody. So it will be interesting to see what the next game will look like against Real Sociedad. Even though it will be nice to see that Patrick Dogu is back to the squad, but yeah, even Lenioro was hooked at 53 minutes. I really didn't understand the substitution, but I think he was also carrying a knock. We will know in the next few hours. But it wasn't a game that we as Manchester United are excited about. We're excited about because of the fact that we got knocked out the FA Cup, and we are the holders, and we've knocked out. So that's one trophy out already. But out of the Carabao Cup, now out of the FA Cup. We we're full of injuries in the squad, which is something nobody's talking about. At least we have about 7 to 8 first teamers out injured. So it's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. But Yeah, we have to accept it. We have to take it, and we have to, chin up and move on. Yeah. So let me know your thoughts and feelings based on some stats in the game. Basically, I'll just give you some stats. We had so many chances. We had so many chances. We could have finished the game off, but we couldn't. We didn't finish it. It wasn't coming. It wasn't coming together. Credit to players like Bruno Fernandes who was running his socks off, defending and attacking, and then next thing you hear pundits and stuff talking about him not showing up for the team or things. And then I noticed something about the commentary for the game. So usually commentators are always very excited to talk about other teams, but when it comes to Man United, they say, "Oh, they're lethargic, they're walking, they're doing this, they're doing that, blah 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 blah." Then when Man United score, they're like, "Oh, United are this, United are that." It just changes everything. So for a few stats I talked about, we had 20 shots to Fulham's 12, 10 on target, and 10 off targets, 9 on target, and then one blocked shot for both. So if we have 20 shots with 10 off target and 9 on target, where what then it doesn't account for. Okay, so one of them is a block shot. Okay. Then shots inside the box, we had 14 to Fulham's 5, and then shots outside the box, we had 6 to Fulham's 7. And then for stats, basically, we finished the game with 41% ball possession over 120 minutes. And then we finished with unexpected goals of 1.47, despite the fact that we started with unexpected goals of, I think, 0.05, 0.5 something to Fulham's 1 point something. So we had more chances, more opportunities to score. We missed 5 big chances to Fulham's 1. Accurate passes were ended at 77% to Fulham's 88%, and fouls committed, it was 10 to 13. So it's heartbreaking. That's why it's kind of hard for me to kind of like give you a breakdown of how the game went. Expected goals for both teams, we ended at 1.47 to Fulham's 0.85, and then for expected goals on open play, 1.39 to 0.42. And then expected goals, set plays, it was 0.09 to 0.43 Fulham. And then non-penalty XG 1.47 to 0.85. And then XG on target 1.94 to Fulham's 2.29. So it was a game. It was an okay game. Basically, we had more of the chances in the first half of extra time. We had 4 chances in the first half of extra time, but we didn't convert them, especially Chidobe's one. And I thought Chidobe could have gone down when Calvin Bassey hacked him down, as I said earlier. And then I think we had equal chances, and we ended the half at 60-40 to Fulham because obviously they're pressing. And you could tell that players are really tired. Players are really, really tired. I won't fault them for anything other than, the goal that we consider was a free goal. The double, like, flick and then a header. And Mazraoui was a bit far from Calvin Bassey. And I think Lenioro was in no man's land. I guess that's even one of the reasons why he was being punished. He was subbed off. Lenioro was found in no man's land. He wasn't marking anybody, and that was his marker was Kevin Bassey, and then Nuzar Mazraoui was on the other side of the post waiting for the ball, but apparently he wasn't to be. So yeah, we've lost to Fulham for the first time 30 years at Old Trafford. That is another nonsense stat that I didn't want for us for that to happen, but it is what happened. I saw that stat before the game started. So yeah, Manchester United, and then Bernd Leno had 2 penalty saves. I mean, when it came to penalties, I expected that we would shine, despite the fact that the players that were trusted to play the pens were players that could have delivered. I mean, on the normal day they could have. Bruno Fernandes scored his. I mean, to lead from the front as always. Raul Jimenez scored his too as well, and then Diogo Dalot scored his. And then Sander Berge scored his, and then Casemiro scored his to make it 3-2. And then William scored his to make it 3-3. And then Victor Lindelof missed his. It was a bad penalty. Should have hit the ball the way he hit the penalty last season or last 2 seasons. I mean, he should have hit the ball well. I mean, for him to have been chosen, he was trusted to deliver. And then Anthony Robinson scored his, and then Joshua Zirkzee could have just kept it at 4-4 and then put the pressure on the last person to play pen. And then Joshua Zirkzee went and still missed as well. So I don't know. It's really, really heartbreaking to see. And then I don't know how it's going to boost the confidence of the team. And the next thing, I'm looking forward to what the press is going to be saying about this team. All the things they're going to be saying, basically. And yeah, so yeah, it was thanks to Bernd Leno and all of that. But we're out of FA Cup fifth round, losing 4-3 in a penalty shootout, following a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford. I mean, so we couldn't find the winner. And another thing again is I think Alejandro Garnacho is carrying a knock on two knees because he was playing with a strap on the right knee before. Now he's playing with two straps, and then after extra time, he had to wear another strap to add to the strap that was already there. It's yeah, 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 and Ronana as well covered himself in glory as well, making those important saves, emphatic saves, and all that. But then when you watch the commentary, you hear things like, "Oh, these are saves you should have made," and all of that. So it is what it is. Now, for Fulham, they were already overdue a victory. Prior to Sunday's game, United progressed from 9 successive FA Cup ties against Fulham, losing to them at the quarterfinal stage in 1908. So that's the first time since 1908 we've been losing. And we also had won 14 FA Cup fifth round ties straight, 14 straight FA Cup fifth round ties since going out to eventual winners Liverpool in 2006. And it was fitting that Leno was the hero after German made 8 saves in the match, keeping out Garnacho, Obi, and Chidobe twice piece in the latter stages. So yeah, it was not a beautiful one to watch, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to move on from this. We're gonna have to take this with a chin and move on. That in truth, that's what I think. I think we're gonna have to just move on from this, take it with a chin and move on, basically, because it's not something that we could have, you know, done anything different other than what we have done so far. Players work their ass off to get where they are right now, and then we have to just focus. We're out of two trophies now, Carabao and FA Cup, which were our chances to win something this season, and now we're going to be focusing on the Europa League, which is against a Real Sociedad that's already wounded from the defeat to the defeat over the weekend, or yeah, the recent defeat. So it's yeah, it is not something that we love to see, but it's where we are, where we found ourselves. Now we have to move on. That's all I can say. United fans, let me know your thoughts and feelings about the game. Let me know what you think. Let me know how what could have done better. The players try to show up, but it is what it is. This is where we found ourselves. Anyway, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything that relates to Manchester United. Thank you so much. And thank you also for your support on the channel. I hope that you continue to show your support and share this with your friends so you don't have to miss anything as relates to Manchester United so we can also grow together. And I'll see you on the next one. The next video that's going to be coming out is the player ratings. So thank you so much. Take care. Goodbye. And God bless.